We're getting ready for spring this year. Trout season is going to be kicking off before we know it. We're just getting some inventory built up. We're working on some custom spinners and some of our new product lines for this spring. If anybody wants to know how to put these spinners together, that's what we're working on here today. If you come in looking for a certain design or custom, we can show you the steps of what it takes to make that happen. The brown trout pattern is getting to be a real popular favorite around here, so we're going to keep building lots more of them so I can show you how we build these from the top eyelet right on through to putting the hook on. So we can start out with, if you have just the bare straight wire, there's different wire forms out there on the market. This one here seems to be my favorite. This one was my first one when I was a kid growing up, and I still use it to this day. It's just this one here, when you put your wire in, you just want to go around the loop. Come all the way around. And you bend it back that way so you center the eyelet. You put that over the loop here. And then this here, you just put that wire in between that groove and rotate the handle. And there's your perfect eyelet. So when you get the wire to that point, we'll put the clevis on. Now we're using solid wire clevises and custom painted blades thanks to Ross at CR Wilds. We put the blade on, put the wire through the other opening, the clevis, and now for the top bead, which is actually a bearing, we use all solid brass. We'd like to have, make it spin very easy. And these are a lead body. They're all hand poured, powder coated, and custom made just for us. Slide that on there, and that gives you your pattern that we're looking for. Now, I always make sure everything spins free, lines up nice. To close the wire on that, we're going to just repeat the same steps. We just place it on here. You got a little bit of experience will show you exactly where you want to line that excuse me, line that up at. So you line that up for your length. So some guys will trim the wire first. You got to take your measurements, know how long the wire should be. It's just as easy to cut the tag end off when you're done. So we just set that on here. And 3 or 4 spins, make sure it's and you can see I have very minimal gap in there, but there's just enough gap that it's going to spin free. The length of gap really doesn't matter too much, but we try to make them all uniform and very nice to look at as well. They all spin free, and then you just simply cut the tag end off as close as you can to that eyelet, and there's your spinner. It's all complete. Now to put the hook on it, there's a lot of different split ring pliers, different techniques, different ways of putting the treble hooks on. Now we're going to be using Eagle Claw size 10 hooks and stainless steel split rings. This little trick is one I've done for years. I've done it this way for forever. It's just a very convenient way of putting the hooks on. Use a simple butter knife, slide in there, and when you start this hook, it just pops right on. Set the wire on here, one quick twist, and it's on there. Now that will go over to be packaged. Spins nice and free, looks good. It'll be sent over and be packaged and blister packed, and it'll end up looking something like those over there.